Hey there, Samitian here, and welcome back to Dark Souls. Last time we finished off the main part of the DLC. We defeated Manus, Father of the Abyss, rescued Dusk, and all that good stuff. Today there's only two bosses left in the entire game. There's one boss left here in the DLC, and there is the final boss of the main game. So first things first, we're going to work on getting to the last boss here in the DLC. Shouldn't be too difficult. And if everything goes to plan, this might be the final video. And if it doesn't go to plan, well, it won't be the final video. Funny how that works. These dogs be kind of fast. Bro. So the final boss of the DLC might be a little bit tricky. Just because he's a big boy. Hard to fight. Hard to kill. I don't know what his resistances and stuff are, but I assume that lightning should be good because dragons are weak to lightning. Which means it shouldn't be too terribly hard, hopefully. I don't need this anymore. What I do need is this. Because we cannot fight the boss our first time finding him. It's just not allowed. He doesn't let you. What we need to do is see him do that. I think that's good enough. We might need to go down and have him attack us. I kind of want this crystal lizard. Let's get the crystal lizard. I don't know what the exact trigger is. I just know that you can't... Oh, that brings you out here. I just know that you can't fight him your first time here because he doesn't fucking land. You might need to let him attack you. Or maybe not. Wait. A dragon high above the sky. I'd have said in the naked eye, leave! Okay. And now that we've done that, Mr. Go up here should offer to assist us. Hello, sir.
Tomorrow, is the black dragon posing the duress?
Yes.
Yes, I thought as much. He's called Calamite. Ferocious dragon indeed, even mighty Anna Londa dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but thy intent is to persevere to the bitter end. Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness? I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch and see how Goth hunts dragons. Yes, a truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying, knighthood's highest calling.
I like how when he stood up, like dust kept falling off of him because he's been sedentary here for so long. He's just been sitting here carving his little carvings for so long. Anyways, the black dragon, Calamite, has been knocked to the ground and now we can fight him. I suspect that this should go better than the other two bosses here just because he's a dragon. I might be suspecting incorrectly, but we'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to play it just like I played Artorias and Menace, where I go mainly miracles. He's a lot more dangerous than the other two, like he hits a lot harder, but he should be slightly easier to avoid. I hope. I just got more Twinkling Titanite. Maybe I should upgrade my armor. And it shouldn't matter. Like a minor armor upgrade shouldn't be any big deal. So we got a fog wall up here now. Okay, I'm going to start by healing. Just because I don't know how this will go. And he did like almost one-shot me while I was down there before. I have a feeling that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, and I'm about to get my ass handed to me. There he is. Good, he's got a lot larger range than I expected him to. Okay, that did a lot less than I was expecting. Okay, but he is a lot easier to avoid than the other two, for sure. Yeah, this is a lot easier than the other two. I'm doing very little damage to him, but It shouldn't matter. Okay, that's got some range to it. This is fine. Just play it slowly. Drink your juice. Oh. That did not a whole lot? What the fuck did that do to me? What is this above my head? That was even easier than I was expecting, even though I didn't do a whole lot of damage. And I get the Calamity Ring. Oh, that's what that did. Okay, that gave me the Calamity debuff. Calamity Ring. Received double damage. A ring enchanted by the orange eye of Calamite, the bringer of calamity. Doubles damage received by its wearer. A useless ring, befitting of no finger, best left unknown, or at least well hidden. If you're a gamer and you want to prove your gamerhood, excuse me, that is the ring for you. Yeah, that went significantly better than I was expecting. What does this sign say? Only Hawkeye were here. If only. Gonna get some more Go's Great Arrows. Alright, a few things to deal with before we go beat the game. First thing, I want to talk to Hawkeye again. Hawkeye Gog? And see if he has anything new to say. Now that I killed Calamite, I don't know if he does. I mean, I assume that he has something different to say. He'll be like, good job, you beat the dragon. And then we're going to go talk with Elizabeth and Dusk. And then we're going to go beat the game. I do have a ton of souls. Like a ton of souls that I'm apparently just ignoring. It's fine. I'm saving them from New Game Plus when I respec to a different class.
Why, thou hast defeated Calamite? Wondrously played. Lord Gwyn's blessing upon thee. That beast will never take to the skies again.
I did it.
Dragons shall never be forgotten. We knights fought valiantly, but for every one of them, we lost 80 of our own. Exhilaration, pride, hatred, rage. The dragons teased out our dearest emotions. Thou will understand one day. At thy twilight, old thoughts return in great waves of nostalgia. This great bow, I shan't need it, but no dragons to hunt. I know not if a human could even operate it. But here, thy need outweighs mine.
And we get his great bow.
Now, do not mistake my words. I and farewell, proud human. May every honor be bestowed upon thee.
So the great bow is actually significantly smaller than the real one, obviously, because otherwise you can't even hold the goddamn thing, but it does require quite a lot of strength. Great bow used by Hawkeye Go of Lord Gwyn's four knights for dragon slaying. This bow is larger than even those used by the famed dragon slayers. Only their leader Go had the strength to handle it. So if you're a great bow boy, congratulations, you need to beat all of the DLC in order to use that bow. Could be worse. You could have to beat the final boss of the game and only be able to get your best miracle in New Game Plus. Wouldn't that be funny? I think that would be funny. Okay, let's go talk to Elizabeth. Assuming she'll have something to say to us. Now that we have rescued Dusk. Oh, that's not the... It's not what I was expecting. Is there a warp to this bonfire? What? I didn't know that if you came back here, you could fight two Sanctuary Guardians at the same time. This is the one. Hello.
I have awaited thee. Thou hast rescued Princess Dusk and rid us of that terrible primeval human, even halting the spread of the abyss. I salute the grandeur of thine enterprise. Please allow me to express my gratitude. I thank thee, as do we all.
And I get some mushrooms.
I will remember thee, but I will keep thy story to myself. This is the best way, for thou art come from a time far ahead. No one will sing thy praises, but yet thy greatness shall live on, for it shall be my purpose to remember all thou hast done for us. Was thine eye glancing hither? Thou needst not hide thy wonder. I am a mushroom, after all.
All right.
May the flames guide thee.
Time to leave. This is probably the fastest way to get back to Dusk's summon sign. Am I allowed to leave from here? No, I'm not. Okay, in that case, the fastest way is here, I think. That's annoying. Oh well. It'll take me a minute to get there, but that's fine. Back in the main game, Dusk is where she was before. She'll have a summon sign next to the lake. So let's go talk to her and see what she's got to say. It's not very interesting, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it is. It's been like 15 years, man. Has it been 15 years? When did this game come out? 2012? 13 years? I haven't done the DLC since Prepare to Die Edition like first came out. Like within a year of it first coming out, so. The fact that I remember anything about the DLC at all is nothing short of a miracle. Get it? Because I'm a cleric. Do you get it? It's because I'm a cleric. So it is looking like that this will be the final video. I don't want to have like a video of me only beating the final boss, because the final boss does not take that long. It's going to be a little anticlimactic when I beat both Calamite and the final boss of the main game in one attempt, but that's how life be sometimes. It's not my fault that the final boss of the main game is not hard in any way, shape, or form. Oh. I didn't think I needed to dodge. I thought I could just, like, walk to the side. Alright, so Dusk should just be over here now. Is she not? She sure isn't. Ah, thought she was. Oh well. Time to go beat the game. This is not where I thought I was going to be. Where do I need to go? Is there not a warp to the Lord Vessel? I guess not. Oh God, wake up.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Well and wide awake. Do not treat me like an old withering snake.
Take me down.
I am pleased to see you well. Is it something urgent? Very well. Then stay still for a moment.
I still have to say that this is the worst form of fast travel. At least in Dark Souls. The Vor fast travel. Alright. We have opened the way to the final boss. Now, while we make our way down, let's talk about Solaire of Astora. So, several videos ago, we spent 30 humanity at a covenant to open a shortcut which let us reach the sunlight maggot before Solaire could find it, which ended up saving his life, but made him rather depressed. He could never find his son, and he was very sad. Ow. You actually did good damage. Now, our reward for doing that was absolutely nothing. we got no benefit to saving Solaire's life. We got a Black Knight Sword from that. Instead, our reward is that, well, we saved his life. That's our reward. But we can also summon him for the final boss fight of the game, which I kind of want to do, just because I feel like it would be a fitting finale. 2 Warriors of Sunlight fighting together against the Lord Gwyn to rekindle the first flame or whatever. I'd like to backstab you, please. That works. And as I mentioned before, the final boss of this game is not very threatening. He does decent damage, but he's like it's pretty easy to just deal with his attacks. So I think I am going to summon Solaire for the fight. It will make the final boss easier, but I think that it's fine. You are going to be extremely annoying to fight. This guy's going to be harder than the final boss, because he's on such a narrow hallway. Never mind. Ignore everything I just said. Let me get the Black Knight armor. Let me read about this. No, not Black Iron. Black Knight. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Armor of the Black Knights who haunt Lordran. The knights followed Lord Gwyn when he departed to link the fire, but they were burned to ashes in the newly kindled flame, wandering the world as disembodied spirits ever after. So, that sounds to me like linking the flame is going to have some rather strong side effects when we do it. But we are committed. And here we have Knight Solaire of Astora. Praise the sun. 2 Warriors of Sunlight fighting side by side. I think there's 1 more Black Knight over here, or 2 more, something like that. Yeah, a couple more. Bro. I fucking died. I tried to roll under him as he jumped, but the hitbox, like, lingered. That's annoying. Please stand by. I need to become human again. To summon Solaire again. Okay, the run up to Lord Gwyn is harder than I expected. They do be doing some good damage to me. Maybe I should be using some of my miracles, like my good friend Solaire of Astora. But I want to save them for the boss. I can never get the timing right on heavy attacks after backstabs. Like, you gotta delay it a little bit more in order to hit them on the way up. Otherwise, they just iframe through it. These are a great way of getting materials. Like, I'm getting tons of Titanite chunks and red Titanite chunks. So if you need to upgrade some equipment, oh boy, is this a good place to farm. And they drop 20k soul, or not 20k, 2k souls each. They drop 20k souls each. That would be a little absurd. 2k souls each is pretty good. Yeah, I just wasn't giving these guys as much respect as I should. Alright, Solaire. You saw nothing. You definitely didn't see me get my ass kicked by this Axeman. Man, you can fucking turn that axe quite a bit, actually. White Titanite. Exciting. What's White Titanite for again? I think White Titanite's for divine weapons. Man, you take a very long time to attack with that halberd, buddy. Solaire does a lot better damage than I remembered. Alright, Solaire, you ready? You going in with me? Let's go. Oh, my lightning spears are not doing very well. A mid-force, though, is doing pretty good. Solaire, no. Yeah, like, he's barely doing any damage to me. Like, I know I had Solaire here being a distraction, but even still, that was not very difficult. Anyways, we get the Sunlight Medal for beating a boss with Solaire. And we get the Soul of Gwen, which is the final kick in the dick to Miracle builds, because you need the Soul of Gwen to give to the Sunlight Covenant to get the Sunlight Spear Miracle, which is the strongest miracle in the game. And you gotta beat the final boss to get the soul to get it, meaning you can't get the miracle until New Game Plus, which is fucking stupid. Anyways. Let's link the fire. And as... Oh lord, that is so loud. Okay, hold up. Volume mixer help. Please save me. Okay. Much better. Alright. Sorry about that. So, yeah, as we linked the flame, we were as well consumed by it. Very sad. It's almost as if we were tricked into doing it by a certain serpent. Anyways, the game's over now. Let's talk a little bit about how I felt about the build. It honestly was a lot better than I was expecting, but the early game was terrible. The early game was really bad, because you don't have offensive miracles early game. It was basically just playing a low-statted dexterity build or a low-statted strength build for the entire game, up until like around Anor Londo is where it started to like really pick up. Like I had Lightning Spear before that, but it wasn't like my main way of dealing with stuff. Like I only had 10 of them. I couldn't like just throw them out there. So around Anor Londo is when it started to pick up. However, I also had to do like a ton of Covenant hopping to get everything that I wanted. And I needed to grind a lot of Covenant materials because I couldn't access online on Prepare to Die Edition anymore. Like, I had to grind all of those souvenirs of Reprisal in the Painted Worlds. That took me like an hour, which is annoying. The Sunlight Medals were a lot easier to grind. Like, it's a lot easier to just get to there, kill a bunch of maggots with 0 effort. But it's still significantly more effort than if you were playing like any other build. Like, if you were playing like a strength build, all you need to do is find your weapon of choice, upgrade it fully, boom, you're done. Like, that's it. If you're playing a mage build, you just need to buy all the spells that you want. You don't need to do any covenant hopping to get any sorceries. So you can just buy your spells, get your attunement, and you're good. Whereas miracles, they're a lot scarcer. Useful ones are a lot scarcer. And you just have to know. You just have to know where you can get them from. And it's pretty annoying in that way. But once I got all my miracles, and once I started leveling Faith up and was at the point where the Dark Moon Talisman was doing good, they were doing really good. Like, Great Lightning Spear on all of the DLC bosses was fantastic. It wasn't very good against Gwyn. I guess Gwyn's, like, super resistant to lightning, but Wrath of the Gods and Emit Force were doing very strong. Emit Force admittedly wouldn't have been viable if I didn't have a distraction. Like, Emit Force is just too slow. But Wrath of the Gods was doing like 600 plus to him, which is a lot. And I could have just... Ooh. Actually, if I didn't have any more spells, damaging him might have been a pain in the butt. If he's resistant to lightning, and I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say he's probably resistant to fire, just because of his whole shtick. So it probably wouldn't have gone very well if I ran out of spells. And here we are back at the start of the game in New Game Plus. I'm not going to be going through New Game Plus, I don't think. At least not now. Oh, now everything's quiet. Because I turned it down in volume mixer. Hold up. Let me turn it back up. How's that?
The undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
New Game Plus is such an interesting concept in video games. Like, I like the idea of going through the game again now that you are stronger. And in the case of Dark Souls, everything else gets stronger too. So, New Game Plus, especially on a Miracle build, could be pretty interesting because you don't have access to most of your tools at this point in the game. So going through here and using like Great Lightning Spear on some of the earlier bosses could be pretty interesting. But again, I don't think I'm going to bother. There's just not enough to do. And I do need to use the... Where's Gwyn's Soul? I need to use Gwyn's Soul at the Sunlight Covenant to get the final miracle. Again, I don't think it's worth going to that point in the game just to do that. I think I'm done for now. Maybe I'll come back to this character at some point and we can do New Game Plus for whatever reason. Dark Souls 1 has aged pretty decently, I think. It's significantly clunkier than 3. Like, even compared to 2, it's pretty clunky. But the open world-ish aspect of it is significantly better than 3's like hallway with some split paths. And I feel like the lore in this game, while you have to kind of dig deep into text boxes to fully get it, it's still very interesting lore. I like the characters. Solaire is iconic. Sigmire is iconic. I love the quest lines. I love how everyone's quest lines ends in fucking misery. It's dark, it's sad. It's just a good time. And while I think 3 and even 2 are significantly better experiences from like a gameplay perspective, something about Dark Souls 1 just clicks really well. And I like it. I don't like that I'm undead, even though I was not undead at the end of the boss fight. I guess I died when I linked the fire, that makes sense. Alright, so that's going to do it for this series. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next on this slot. I might take a break from this slot for a while I figure it out. I had an idea of what to play next, but then another game was announced that got me super excited. That made me not want to play what I was going to play next. I might end up playing it anyways, who knows. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next series.